and their exciting tokenization use cases that they are going to experiment in the sandbox, as well as their roadmaps and their view on the digital asset market.
But before that, let's welcome on stage Mr. Eddie Yu, Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, to deliver the opening remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all to the launch ceremony today of the Project Ensemble Sandbox. And I don't think it's an overview of digital money and also of new technology is reshaping the financial landscape. The central bank community to underpin with projects like is phase 2, both potential to make financial in the sandbox. Through the CBDCs issued by first, it enables industry participants to explore the use case for tokenized assets in a controlled environment. Second, it allows industry participants to test and review and the tokenization in Hong Kong. And finally, as we can see later on, the sandbox will also cover cross-border payment functionalities. And in relation to this, I would like to highlight our recent collaboration with the Banque de France, where our sandbox and the equivalent system have been successfully connected. And pilots have been made to demonstrate we will continue their commercial viability and scalability. We need to get into this together. Our theme today is tokenizing together today and tomorrow, or 40 and unity, which reflects our wish to unite industry efforts to push forward Hong Kong's tokenization. Is a clear example of how such an ensemble is already being brought to life. To the successful launch of the infrastructure with the sandbox, which paved the way for both PVP and DVP experiments in the coming months. Beyond the sandbox evolution, Project Ensemble has also drawn the attention of a wide spectrum of stakeholders, ranging from people from the finance and tech areas, ranging from central banks, financial entities, tech corporations, and also local startups. And within just 5 months, we've seen a wave of enthusiastic response, suggesting innovative use cases that promise to address many of the long-standing operational challenges that we see in finance and trade. And among these use cases, those involving the tokenization of investment assets are of particular interest. And here I would like to express our deep appreciation of the support of SFC in reviewing the legal and regulatory frameworks for asset tokenization, which is essential in our tokenization efforts. And I would like to thank Julia and her team for their support, and I look forward to her sharing in a moment. Let me now turn to the notion of tokenizing today. As we embark on a journey that could make transformative changes for the future, it is essential to take decisive first steps today. The launch of the sandbox is a significant step forward towards harnessing the power of blockchain technology and smart contracts. We see the sandbox as a pioneering financial infrastructure and also a collaborative platform to test and refine different use cases, covering areas ranging from fixed income and investment funds, liquidity management, green and sustainable finance, to trade and supply chain financing. But the potential of the sandbox extends far beyond these initial applications. It is designed in a way that will enable it to support various forms of digital money and digital assets and ensure seamless integration with other infrastructure in the future. And that brings me to the notion of tokenizing tomorrow. Our actions today are guided by the vision of cultivating a vibrant digital asset ecosystem in Hong Kong. And the pilots under the sandbox, they are just the beginning. We envision a future where some of these initiatives will evolve into tangible real-life applications that potentially can transform or at least disrupt our financial landscape. In order to prepare for this early, we are already actively working to evolve the sandbox into a robust, production-ready financial infrastructure that will support real money tokenized transaction in Hong Kong in the future. We hope that we're not just doing pilots, but potentially making it applicable in the real world. Over the years, the HKMA has built an efficient multi-currency platform with extensive domestic and overseas linkages, which has proved essential to growing our global financial business and underscores our legacy of innovation in financial infrastructure. However, To remain competitive in an ever-evolving landscape, we must continuously build upon this rich heritage. As financial technology takes center stage on the future of finance, we invite you to join us in showcasing Hong Kong's innovative mindset and ability to conduct pioneering work in the tokenization market. By doing that, we not only reinforce Hong Kong's status as a premier global financial, we will continue to draw global players and skilled professionals to our city, fostering a vibrant digital asset ecosystem. And together, I'm sure that we can position Hong Kong as a leader in the financial technology revolution, ensuring that we remain at the forefront of the global financial landscape. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yu. I would now like to invite on stage Ms. Julia Leung, Chief Executive Officer of the Securities and Futures Commission, to deliver the second opening remarks.
Good afternoon, Eddie, Howard, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to join you all today to launch the Project Ensemble Sandbox and take this big step forward to build and scale the tokenization market in Hong Kong. As a champion of responsible innovation and a key member of the Project Ensemble architecture community, Team SFC is very pleased to join the HKMA to co-lead the tokenization initiatives for asset management industry. We welcome and fully support HKMA's project to build the grand infrastructure for Hong Kong's tokenization market and connect all the essential pieces in order for tokenized transactions to achieve scale and settle at warp speed. This is exactly what the word ensemble suggests. And today, to play this ensemble together, I'm glad that we have brought together diverse local and international industry participants, those represented today, the stakeholders, and experts across regulatory, banking, digital assets, and technology sector. As you know, Project Ensemble is the critical piece of infrastructure being built to drive the scaling of our tokenization ecosystem, as Eddie's just explained, in its next phase of development. It is a centerpiece of the city's innovative financial infrastructure that will prove pivotal in future-proofing our financial system, and to use Eddie's already for at least part of our future system. The endeavor to tokenize central bank money and bank deposits at the wholesale level would be the empowering for the overall tokenization initiative. With tokenized money and deposits used for tokenized asset transactions, we would make a stride forward to unleash the envisioned full potential of tokenization, such as atomic payment and settlement for tokenized assets, which global consultants estimable finance, trade and supply chain finance for the asset aircraft leasing, cost savings and efficiency gains in the different phases of the product life cycle. But they also point to the hurdles in reaping the full benefit. This is where today's sandbox comes in. The participating financial institutions in this category have proposed innovative use cases to achieve scale and interoperability and industry standards. The SFC will work closely with the HKMA to guide the industry and address concerns that arise from these examples of how innovation and regulation can go hand in hand to share the same vision. Project sets out to achieve is same time is daunting because whose tools journey? Project Ensemble architecture community represents communal efforts and is supported by an impressive cross-section of financial professionals on this combined brain power and technological powers and start playing the ensemble in the sandbox. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Leung. May I ask you to stay on stage, Ms. Leung? May I ask you, Ms. Leung, of our architecture community members, Ms. Benedict, Chief Executive Officer, Hong Kong, HSBC, Hong Kong. Ms. Mary Hoon, Chief Executive Officer of Standard. Ms. Vivian Chiu, Group CEO of Ant Digital Technologies. Ms. Carly Chen, General Manager of Microsoft Hong Kong and Macau. Professor Tam Kai Yen, Vice President for Administration and Business and Chair Professor, the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Mr. Zhang Dayong, Chief Commercial Officer of HashKey. Please look at the official photographer first. Yeah, please look at the media area. Okay, thank you very much. May I also ask all, sorry, okay, sorry about that. Okay, I think it's okay now, right? Yeah, may I ask you to move 2 steps forward, please, to the floor. For the second group photo, as well, we're inviting more participants to join us. Before inviting the other industry participants, may I also invite Mr. Howard Lee, Deputy Chief Executive of the HKMA, Mr. Colin Poe, Executive Director for Financial Infrastructure of the HKMA, and Mr. Trevor Lee, Senior Director of Investment Products at the SFC, Ms. Elizabeth Wong, Director, Licensing and Head FinTech Unit Intermediaries at SFC. Other guests, please approach the stage as your call name. Ms. Glenda So, Co-Head of Markets at Hong Kong Exchanges and Clearing Limited. Mr. Gan Tian, CEO of China Asset Management Hong Kong. Mr. Hiroyuki Shimizu, Deputy Head of APAC BlackRock. Ms. Ding Chen, CEO of CSOP Asset Management. Mr. Kelvin Lee, Head of Platform Tech at Ant International. Mr. Spencer Sito, Head of Institutional Business, North Asia at Franklin Templeton. We also would like to invite Mr. Eric Chen, Chief Public Mission Officer of Cyberport. Mr. Eric Oh, Acting Chief Corporate Development Officer, Head of Ecosystem Development, Hong Kong Science and Technology Parks Corporation. Mr. Peter Wu, Co-CEO of Imali. Mr. Bertrand Chen, CEO of GSBN. Mr. Alex Wong, Designated General Manager, Corporate Information Technology, the Hong Kong and China Gas Company. Mr. Wang Wei Hong, Vice President and Investment Director of Longshine Group. Mr. Tom Schick, Co-founder and CEO of LinkCharge. Mr. Kevin Ng, CEO of InnoBlock. Dr. Florian Spiegel, Founder and CEO of Evident. Let's look at the photographer first. Please look at the media area.
And now let's begin with the presentation from 6 members of the architecture community. Each presenter will have 5 minutes. The first one to present is Mr. Stephen Chan, Deputy Chief Executive of Bank of China Hong Kong, who will talk about how Bank of China Hong Kong will embrace tokenized asset trading with an initial focus on tokenized funds. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Chan on stage.
Eddie, Julia, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. For over half a century, Hong Kong has stood tall as a global financial powerhouse. Today, we're embarking on an exciting new chapter, transforming into a world-class hub for innovation and technology, particularly with the advent of Web3. This commitment has driven our active involvement in Project Ensemble. In the coming months, Bank of China Hong Kong is excited to play an active role in Project Ensemble, focusing on 2 areas, fixed income investment and liquidity management. As one of the note-issuing banks in Hong Kong, Bank of China Hong Kong always put fund security, careful risk management, and strategic innovation, particularly in areas where we've got years of financial know-how under our belt. These tokenized products are not just a new trend. They are a game changer. They bring substantial efficiency in operations and reduce capital costs. Plus, their decentralized trading enhances transparency and immutability. Leveraging our deep experience in asset management, we have carefully selected our most stable investment products for tokenization. This approach not only secures the underlying real-world assets, but also ensures the entire process is transparent and irreversible. Previously, we have already made great strides in cross-border payments using ECNY, a central bank digital currency CBDC issued by PBOC. But we are not stopping there. We're actively exploring other forms of digital currencies tailored to diverse scenarios. For instance, within permissioned blockchain for tokenized asset trading, we are determining the most suitable payment method to meet the specific needs of these environments. And there are 2 key requirements have been identified for these transactions. First, immediate settlement. To support a delivery versus payment DVP transactions model, it's essential to have a payment solution that settles transactions instantly. This ensures a simultaneous exchange between the payment and asset tokens. Second, stability. Since tokenized transactions currently take place on permissioned blockchain, it's vital to offer the best user experience for buyers and provide sellers with unquestionable confidence in the stability of payment tokens. Given these considerations, we believe bank issues tokenized deposits are currently the ideal solution for handling tokenized asset transactions. This allows customers to trade tokenized assets using stable, bank-backed payment tokens, making everything more liquid and easier to transfer, and most importantly, easy to understand. Our involvement in other WCBDC projects has highlighted benefits of an infrastructure underpinned by WCBDC for cross-border payment scenarios. We are seeing similar needs in tokenized asset trading, where there's a clear need for more efficient settlement frameworks. Right now, we use the traditional RTGS system, also known as chess, for safe and efficient interbank settlements. However, as we progress towards more complex cross-institutional payment involving tokenized deposits issued by different banks, a robust local operating platform becomes essential. As Hong Kong positions itself to become a global investment hub for tokenized asset trading, we envision the development of a cross-institutional settlement infrastructure that's truly world-class. WCBDC is ideally positioned to address these needs. Its capabilities is to support round-the-clock operation and enable smart contract-bound payments are instrumental. We are working with the HKMA to optimize liquidity arrangement on this new platform, aiming to achieve balanced and effective liquidity management across traditional RTGS system, the future Ambridge platform, and emerging interbank platform under Project Ensemble. Fellow guests, Project Ensemble is much more than just technological upgrade. It's the foundation of a new era of tokenized transaction. Bank of China Hong Kong is profoundly engaged across 2 vital areas: backing tokenized assets with real-world financial instruments and integrating tokenized deposit into bank liquidity management. These efforts are critical as they promote comprehensive applications of the cross-institution WCBDC that will transform finance. We eagerly look forward to working hand in hand with industry leaders to unlock the full potential of the tokenized asset and digital currencies in the Ensemble sandbox. This collaboration, as mentioned by Eddie, aims to further enhance Hong Kong's position as a premier fintech hub and drive progress in the global financial ecosystem. Together, we are not just following the trends, we are setting them. Let's seize this opportunity to shape our future of global finance and propel our industry forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chen. Next, we'll have Mr. Louis Sun, Head of Domestic and Emerging Payments, HSBC. He will talk about HSBC's view on tokenization and their use cases, including digital bond issuance and interbank transfer of tokenized deposits. Let's welcome Mr. Sun.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Louis, Global Head of Domestic and Emerging Payments at HSBC. Firstly, thank you for the invitation. It's truly a privilege to join so many leaders and great minds in this Project Ensemble sandbox launching ceremony. At HSBC, our commitment always trying to deliver innovative solutions for our clients. Exploring the benefits of emerging technologies and also the new form of digital money has always been a priority for us. We're particularly proud to be selected as the architecture community member of Project Ensemble. So we can leverage our global expertise in tokenized assets and currencies to contribute to this project. Blockchains and tokenization are having significant benefit, as we always talked, but we are also conscious it also has its potential challenges and risks. So for HSBC, we understand the importance of doing all these experiments in a compliant and controlled manner. In 2020, we developed and applied a patent for our HSBC DLT settlement utility, and we used it for some of our clients. And since then, we have expanded our effort by collaborating with Hong Kong MA, some other regulators and industry thought leaders to advocate to establish a compliant, sustainable, and potentially scalable infrastructure. So very pleased that our proposal has contributed also to the idea to establish Project Ensemble, which aims to build a strong foundation for Hong Kong to become a leading hub for international digital innovations. This project basically explores a tokenized financial market infrastructure that facilitates interoperability of tokenized commercial bank currencies through the wholesale CBDC, supporting atomic payments and settlements, and also DVP, PVP transactions. So HSBC is uniquely positioned to really play a significant role in Project Ensemble. So in addition to our exploration on digital money, we also have life experience for tokenized assets. Using HSBC Orion infrastructure, HSBC has successfully completed a multi-currency digital native green bonds for Hong Kong government this year. And we provided atomic DVP settlement to the Hong Kong MA's CMU unit. And recently, we also went live with our HSBC Gold token in Hong Kong, and the first time we use our private ledger to support digital issuance. So leveraging all this experience, we're excited to actually contribute to the initial phase of our Project Ensemble. So essentially, we tested a number of initial use cases by adopting this tokenized deposit concept under Project Ensemble. The first one, we demonstrate basically the purchase of a digital bond issued on HSBC Orion platform can be supported on a cross-band basis. Digital cross-chain delivery versus payment functionality for digital bonds and settle with digital currencies. And also, we fully demonstrate the asset issued on HSBC Orion platform can be atomically settled with commercial bank tokenized deposits, which basically simplified the end-to-end experience of adopting tokenized assets. Another use case we tested is basically interbank transfer by working with our partner, Hang Seng Bank. Essentially, in that use case, we have co-created the technical interoperability standards and also validated ability to support interbank tokenized deposit settlements through Project Ensemble's interoperability layer, which is a critical next step to scale up the operations. And that potentially also demonstrates how much potential Project Ensemble has to become the market's new infrastructure for the interbank tokenized deposit settlement. And another use case we have tested is basically how to use Ensemble infrastructure to deal with some real-world asset exchange. We tested with some partners the electronic bill of lading settlements over the interoperability layer. So we have successfully tested DVP and settlement for electronic bill of lading, which is issued on a non-HSBC digital asset platform. Again, that demonstrates the interoperability benefits of this sandbox. So where we have successfully completed the initial testing, we're very, very happy to see the official launch of Project Ensemble Sandbox, which set a foundation right for future experiments. And we certainly recognize this is only the beginning. So we will continue to work with Hong Kong MA and other architecture committee members to take, hopefully, Project Ensemble to the next level. Very quickly, probably just to share, as Project Ensemble moves to the next phase, what are our focuses, right? We aim to focus on a few key areas, hopefully eventually to deliver tangible benefits to our clients and also to the community. The first thing is we still have to do our own homework. We've got an initial prototype for our tokenized deposit infrastructure in place, and we will continue to develop and enhance our infrastructure and support live transactions. The second thing is we aim to really adopt Project Ensemble concept to support the live issuance of under HSBC's Orion infrastructure. That can help us to achieve a fully end-to-end integration, and that significant step will enable broader community to get access to the HSBC Orion infrastructure. That will be essentially, which is already live and ready for use. And thirdly, certainly we're very much committed to exploring innovative use cases by working with Hong Kong MA community members or any industry practitioners who are willing to actually looking into additional use cases. And we have received actually many new and highly innovative proposals, and very much committed. We will evaluate all the proposals strongly with the community members and pick up the right ones to get to the next stage. So with the successful completion of the initial phase, we do feel like Project Ensemble holds a great promise to become Hong Kong's digital money infrastructure. And we will continue actually work with Hong Kong MA, with all of you to take this hopefully to a readily available production stage. Once again, a heartfelt thank you for Hong Kong MA for the invitation and setting up this great ceremony. And a big thank you for all the community members for the excellent work done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sun. Now, Hang Seng Bank's Head of Partnership and Innovation, Ms. Nancy Chang, will present on their tokenized electronic bill of lading use case and their next steps on Project Ensemble and the wider tokenization market. Let's welcome Ms. Chang.
Good afternoon. Thank you for HKMA's invitation. And it is a great honor to represent Hang Seng Bank here today at this very important conference. We are delighted to be the member of the architecture community for Project Ensemble, contributing to the early development of the wholesale CBDC infrastructure. Hang Seng Bank has been a strong supporter of CBDC development in Hong Kong. We have been actively involved in various CBDC initiatives, from programmable payments we conducted last year, which involved real-life testing in different locations, to a tokenized deposits use case with HSBC and also Visa last year, where we tested 2 interbank payment flows. And now our current involvement in Project Ensemble. This year, through the HKMA Project Ensemble Sandbox, we have successfully completed 2 use cases. These include the tokenized deposit transfer between HSBC and Hang Seng, and also the interbank settlement for the tokenized electronic bills of lading. We believe that tokenized deposits have the potential to transform the future payment landscape. Our tests have demonstrated that tokenized deposits will generate exceptional benefits for the payment ecosystem. First, for atomic settlement, tokenized deposits can streamline the payment process, enabling transactions to settle near real time with low settlement risk among the transaction parties. This helps improve overall liquidity of the parties involved. Second, increase efficiency. Transactions can be executed more effectively with tokenized deposits, eliminating current administrative procedures and also reducing the need for intermediaries. Third, enhanced transparency. All the transaction records are immutable, and users can monitor the status of the transactions, providing all the stakeholders with higher transparency. Of course, there are still many other benefits that we could test on and realize. Let me elaborate more on one of our use cases, the tokenized EBL. A bill of lading serves as a title of goods and is required to receive the payment. In this use case, Hang Seng used tokenized deposits to trade the tokenized EBL on the assets platform with HSBC. And we settled the interbank transaction instantly within the Project Ensemble Sandbox. This use case demonstrates how tokenized deposits can significantly improve trade payment efficiency and also unlock the potential in financing due to higher visibility of the titles of goods. With tokenized deposits, the entire transaction can be safely executed without counterparty risk. And for banks, we can also capture business opportunities arising from the financing gap. I would like to take this opportunity to thank HKMA again and our working partners. Hang Seng Bank will continue to contribute to and support the development of tokenized deposits. As next steps, we shall further collaborate with the HKMA and the industry partners to demonstrate how we expect that tokenized deposits could potentially simplify the issuance, distribution, and also the corporate actions for financial products. They could also help unlock the more investment opportunities and enhance the liquidity of alternative assets, thereby contributing to overall tokenization markets in Hong Kong. Thank you for your attention, and we really look forward to more exciting results from Project Ensemble. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cheng. Next, we are going to hear about the role of tokenization in global trade and bonds issuance and Standard Chartered's exploration in these areas. Jointly conducted by Ms. Carmen Chen, Head of Trade and Working Capital at Standard Chartered Greater China, North Asia and Hong Kong, and Mr. David Im, Head of Capital Markets at Standard Chartered Greater China, North Asia. Let's welcome Ms. Chen and Mr. Im.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Since we've got 2 speakers, just to clarify, I'm the Carmen, I'm not the David. We're very proud to be supporting Ensemble, which exemplifies Hong Kong's role as a prominent international financial hub. It demonstrates the innovative, forward-looking collaboration that can happen between private and public sectors. As Standard Chartered, we're very committed to working with HKMA, our clients, and the market participants to build out this ecosystem. This initiative focuses on access, custody, execution, tokenization, and interoperability, which aligns very much into our own digital asset approach. It also provides what we believe to be a path to the future of the financial market infrastructure in Hong Kong and potentially beyond. As we participate in Ensemble, we are supporting all of the 4 main themes with use cases in liquidity management, trade finance, bond issuance, as well as sustainable finance. In liquidity management, Standard Chartered is proud to explore detailed production processing of tokenized deposits for Ant International. We will lead this innovation by integrating traditional banking accounts with blockchain technology, enabling seamless movement of working capital across borders and customer ecosystems, real-time, 24/7, achieving automated liquidity management at scale. Over the past year, we have witnessed globally a rapid acceleration of tokenization development in the financial industry. This reflects a significant shift towards a more accessible, efficient, and inclusive financial system. Based on our joint research with Simpulse Management Consulting, the demand for overall tokenized assets could reach $30+ trillion by 2034. We anticipate trade finance assets will be one of the top 3 asset classes, making up to 16% of the 30 trillion. In the upcoming years, we expect demand to outstrip supply, with trade finance assets becoming a viable option for tokenization. Without being aware, trade finance affects every one of us. Today, whether it's goods or services, up to 80% of all global supply chain is financed by a bank or a financial institution. Banks sometimes need to sell their assets to investors too. This involves the transfer of an asset from one entity to another, allowing banks to originate more trade finance, which is to support the real economy and the supply chains. In today's world, it's critical that trade banks can channel the liquidity to where it's needed the most. Traditional trade finance distribution may involve lengthy contract negotiation and complex processes. This limits the liquidity and growth potential of the market. In Ensemble, we would like to experiment how tokenization can streamline the trade finance distribution process and associated settlement. We illustrate in here a typical example of how tokenization works in the selling of trade assets at the back of an export and import scenario. It aims to enhance market efficiency, connect supply and demand, and create new investment opportunities. Our goal is to scale up to global ecosystems and marketplaces, making trade assets more liquid and accessible globally. Thanks for the time, and I'll now pass the mic to my colleague, David, to present the bond issuance case. Thank you.
Bond tokenization journey in Hong Kong. From project genesis by Hong Kong MA and BIS in 2021, to the Hong Kong government's tokenized green bonds in 2023, and multi-currency digital green bonds in 2024, we are looking forward to helping the first tokenized bond by a private sector issuer in 2025. Bond tokenization offers swift execution, lower transaction cost. It enhances transparency with real-time, immutable transaction records, and eliminates manipulation and human error. Traditional bond issuance and trading processes involve multiple parties, from banks to councils to trustee and clearing system. Fund flows through numerous accounts held by different parties, leading to fees and costs. High minimum investment denominations exclude smaller investors. Our proposal is to address this issue with the issuance of tokenized bonds, and in settlement of these bonds, institutional investors use tokenized deposit held with Standard Chartered. Compared to the traditional bond transactions, the tokenized securities offer the following benefits. First of all, immediate DVP, i.e. T+0, eliminates settlement risk for all parties. Streamline bond process, timeline reduced from days to minutes, lowering overall cost. Enhanced liquidity for 24/7 trading a possibility. Global transferability of tokens to access broad domestic and international investor base. Better accessibility through fractional ownership. Bond ownership traceability enabled. Our focus for digital assets has been client-driven and regulation-enabled, and these use cases, we believe, follow their mentor. Globally, Standard Chartered is strongly committed to promoting innovation, investing in disruptive financial technology, and exploring alternative business models. In Hong Kong, in addition to Ensemble, some of the key projects we have supported as part of this strategy includes Enbridge, Hong Kong dollar pilot program, the Stablecoin issuer sandbox, project Dynamo. Beyond being a part of the architecture community for Ensemble, we are excited to be involved in all of the 4 main themes of the Ensemble sandbox and see this as a key next step in the evolution of the digital asset ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chan and Mr. Yim. Now let's invite Ms. Bien Zhuo Chun, Vice President of Ant Group, President of Blockchain Business at Ant Digital Technologies, to talk about how Ant would explore trade payment as well as EV charging use cases. Please join me welcoming Ms. Bien on stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zhuo Chun from Ant Digital Groups and in charge of the blockchain business. Here is a very honored to be here to stay here and share our strategic initiatives, very significant mover. Like we will launch RWA Hub right here in Hong Kong. Here, we firmly believe the trading will be reshaped by tokenization economics, which especially by the real-world asset, tokenize the real-world asset, and tokenize the money. And we firmly believe that there are three elements will make it happen, which are technology, regulations, and trust. And thank you for HKMA and SFC, and for the very substantive vision and very promising project example, and which allow us to make the projects like the BL tokenization and EV charger station and STOs. We are the technology provider and build up the shared tokenized assets platforms. We also have 2 very promising pilots, which are trader supply chain finance and green substantial finance. Before I go into the details of user case, I would like to take 2 minutes to introduce DT Groups, who we are. We are providing technology providers and providing global leading products and solution digital and globalization. In the digitalization of the industry, we have PaaS, and in the industry digitalization of the industry into operation, we have blockchain platform, we have privacy computing platform, we have risk tech. And all of them ranked #1 in China market share and experience very quick expansion in Far East region. And we also have the brand for Web3. So Web3, the brand is Zen, which established last year. And we would like to explore more and more opportunities in Web3 market in Hong Kong. As a tokenized RWA provider, we have 2 very important products, which are N-Chain and RWA Chain, the trust assets platforms. N-chain, we ranked the #1 blockchain partner globally, and for 4 years, with 9,000 patent applications and 4,700 authorized patents. We also ranked the #1 in China blockchain and service market share. Also, regarding with the RWA chain and the trust assets platforms, we are the #1. We are the industry leader in China, and with the coverage of more than 10 storage equipments and batteries. By the leverage of the underlying asset on chain, we enhance the asset transparency and the trust. Here is one of the user case we performed in a project example. In the traditional EBL trading, it requires middle office to custodian until the money is settled offline, which incurred very huge operation cost. We built up the trust assets platforms and issued BL tokens from GSBN, and initiated the trading and enhanced the DNP settlement tokenized by the tokenized deposit from the banks. By doing so, we make the transaction more transparency, efficiency, and cross-border cooperations. The project RWA is another very promising pilot, and we just launched earlier this month. And you can see from the PPTs, you can see there are 3 flows, which is business data flows from the operation systems, cash data flows from the payment systems, and the device data flows from EV charging stations. All the data flows are processed and computed under assets, IT, AIoT platforms, which can provide cross-validation, asset valuation, revenue forecasting, and financing modeling. All these records are well recorded by our blockchains, and which is make the operation more efficiency and transparency. But leveraged by the transparency of the data, it makes the fixed assets, physical assets more transparent, and make it risk management evaluation is more transparent. It ultimately makes the finance efficiency and accessibilities. Here, we would like to say we are very happy to establish the RWA hub in Hong Kong, and we would like to provide a practical solutions to the challenges of financing ESG projects, both within China and on a global base. And we separate those strategies into 3 steps. The step 1, which we have already done very early this month, we cooperate with Langxin Group and finished the first financing cross-border transaction in tokenization with the value of 100 million. And which enabled Langxin Group's green business in China mainland with a very quickly speed. The second one, we would like to expand the capital inputs by the end of the year. I mean, expand the capital. Says is very, I think is compared with the pilot one, we will expand the capital. The step 3, by the end of the next year, we will set up a very stable scale on-chain funds, and and where applicable, launch DMP settlement with the tokenized deposit in project example if HKMA and SFC allow. So I would like to say to please stay together with us and explore more and more opportunity in the new world, which build on the blockchain and right here in Hong Kong. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bian. And last but not least, we would like to invite Mr. Zhang Dayong, Chief Commercial Officer of HashKey, to present on the secondary market trading for tokenized real-world assets and the exploration on tokenized money market fund and carbon credits.
Yeah, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Project. And also learn from all the industry leaders. Hashkey Group, you can tell from the name, we have different so-called blockchain native company or platforms. From day one, we believe to be licensed, to be regulated, and also to operate a compliant platform and business is also we believe the only way to do it is try to bridge the gap between the crypto or blockchain world and the traditional financial world and the players. So actually, as a Hashkey Group, we are well known as the regulated and licensed crypto exchange in Hong Kong, but actually we are building the whole infrastructure for the crypto native and blockchain-based new financial infrastructures, including we are the leading crypto blockchain-based investment company, venture capital in Asia. We invested more than 600 projects in the past 3 years. So by doing this, we are helping all the startups to tap into this new generation of financial system build-up. And also, we are the biggest blockchain node operator in Asia. We are helping, for example, Ethereum to operate their nodes, and also to give people, players, how to do the tokenization, how to play this industry in a compliant way. So back to this project, right? So we are going to contribute in 2 angles. Number one is about our trading platform. So 1 year ago, we launched the very first retail-oriented trading platform in Hong Kong under the guidance of SFC. So as of today, 1 year passed, we achieved the first baby step. I think this is not only a successful for our operation, but a successful of the whole Hong Kong's industry. So in the past year, we processed more than consumers in our platform. And also we served more than 200 institutional partners using our trading platform to help them to do the exchanges of the assets and also to buy new kind of assets to do different kind of investment. And this is only the first baby step, right? So from my point of view, to drive the development of Hong Kong's crypto or blockchain-based assets market get benefit from Hong Kong. I think this is a very key factor for us to really drive pure and easy to use, easy to adopt trading platform to connect different kind of assets, including, but not limited, just started from the green bonds, right? Carbon credit, money market fund, connect those to retail investors, professional investors, institutions, family offices, not only to Hong Kong, but to the whole world. I think this is our first role, right? So we are exploring different kind of roles to distribute RWA assets and other investment products in our exchange as the secondary market and also as a primary broker. I think this is the first thing we want to contribute and also want to seek the guidance from the regulators. How can we make this happen step by step? That's number one. Number two is that, as I mentioned, tokenize the assets, tokenize the investment, tokenize the product. Everybody believes this is the future of financial infrastructure. And we also believe technology, blockchain itself is mutual. It can definitely create some new asset like BTC, ETH, right? But also it will benefit the financial system to be more efficient, to be more transparent, and also to create more attractive new assets. Talking like me, right? Talking is easy, but we fully understand to really make it happen is very, very difficult. Technology have different pieces. And also the framework, the token economy need to be designed properly. So to help all the financial institutions, to help all the asset managers to build their product using the technology, we also try to offer infrastructures to help the financial world to use the technology easily. So basically, we are offering 2 kind of infrastructures. The number one is we are trying to offer the tokenization framework, or advisory on how do we design the token, how do we make sure it is secured, how do we make sure it economically makes sense. And also we will also provide the communication and also the design, the paperwork, all those things, right? How to make sure it can be easily understood by different parties. So this part, like the traditional investment bank job, right? We are trying to be a partner for the asset issuers to help them to design that. The performance can be another one, and how to make sure it can be compliant. How we can make sure it can be under control by the local requirement, right? So we will also to come up with our own public blockchain based on Ethereum, but it will be more compliance oriented. It will be more simple, more low cost, higher performance. So by doing two of those things, right? So we hope we can start from tokenize the carbon credit. We can start from standardize the green asset. We can start with some DP, right, to connect with different kind of physical networks, right, to make sure that all those things can be easily used by financial institutions. I think this is only a starting point for this project. We believe with this mission, our mission is to build the infrastructure for the blockchain-based financial systems and also bridge the gap between this with the traditional financial systems to try to make sure that really want to echo Julia's mention that we are building a new house. And we are in this architecture committee, we are planning, we are building the blueprint under the guidance of the regulators. But also we are engineering. We as a HashKey group, we will build the blocks. We will make it happen. And we are definitely committed to work with all the industry leaders here to make sure we bring Hong Kong to next level of financial leader as a financial hub in the whole world. Yeah, thanks a lot. Sorry, and last but not least, especially for the media friends back there, everything here mentioned today is explosionary ideas and try to make sure we can take the lead of the development, but all the product and service is subject to the regulators' approval. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zhang. Let's now give another round of applause to Mr. Yu, Ms. Leong, and all our speakers for their insightful remarks. As we have heard from some of the remarks, we truly are at the dawn of a new era in the financial industry. The launch of the sandbox is the first step in the long journey to unlock the possibilities of the digital asset market. And we intend to continue on this journey with you in the true spirit of co-creation. And as Mr. Yu said, let's tokenize together today and tomorrow.
As it has come to the end of the ceremony, and we are going to have an intermission, we would like to remind you that the HKMA and the SFC will have the briefing session to the media in the same venue here in around 15 to 20 minutes, with optional attendance from the industry participants. During the media briefing, media will be seated at the first several rows. Meanwhile, we will offer free seating for industry participants who are interested. For our staff to change the venue setup and reseating in the room, we would like now to invite all the guests to leave the venue. Again, thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you shortly in the media briefing.
Thank you.